All right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Thursday, the 11th of April, and no wine tasting tonight? What the heck is going on? Well, we got a lot of stuff going on next week. I think we got two things going on the same night. On Tuesday night, we got Wednesday night, we've got a slew of tastings to finish up this week. And one of my favorite topics coming up very soon, the new release of Brunello Montalcino. Actually, it has already happened in Italy. It happens, I think, the first or second week in February, and then we slowly start to get the wines in. One of our big suppliers of Italian wine, Vinifera, always the first people to get their new releases of Brunello on the table. So we always have Valdicava, Canlicchia di Sopra, and Castello Romatorio. Those three are going to be at our tasting of 2008 Brunellos. That's right, 2008 is the current release. This is one of the longest wines to be held back before release. By law, it has to be held back for 5 years. One of my favorite producers, Valdicava, they were one of the original members of the consortium back in 1967. This was long before, you had Banfi, Col d'Orcia. You have a lot of big companies that moved into Montalcino in the 70s and 80s and really revolutionized the winemaking business. But still, this is a relatively small area. When you look at the total production, 2 million bottles in an annual year. 2 million bottles. Kendall Jackson makes 2 million cases of their Vintners Reserve Chardonnay alone. So still a relatively small area, just under 300 producers here, and a very high level of quality. When you look at someone like Vincenzo Abruzzese from Valdicava, the mastermind behind this property, Valdicava is the name of the foothills that lead into the area where this is at, and this is an area that has some very famous wineries located there. You've got La Casa's vineyard from the Caparzo right there, Valdasuga, and some great properties surrounding Valdicava. But to me, one of the greatest wines made in Montalcino, the Madonna del Piano. The vineyard that was planted in the 1970s, and Vincenzo has done a lot of work with different clones, and they've got different types of soil, the clay, the San Galestro that they have here, and different root stocks, and he gets incredible color in his wines. For Sangiovese is a grape that you really have to crop it low to get color in this wine and farm the vineyard a certain way. It's really not what you do in the winery, it's what you do in the vineyard. And he only makes 3 wines here at Valdicava. They make about 2,000 cases of Rosso, 2,000 cases of Brunello, and 500 cases of the Madonna del Piano single vineyard Reserva. And in vintages like 2002, no Brunello, no Reserva, all Rosso. And let me tell you, the 2002 Rosso di Montalcino, brilliant wine. Even though the Wine Spectator rated 75 points, we sold 100 cases of it here. And guess what? 2011, no Brunello, no Madonna del Piano, just Rosso di Montalcino. We've already sold through our first allocation of this wine, but don't worry, we've got more coming in. 2011, obviously a challenging vintage. If this producer did not make Brunello, this is a huge sacrifice in terms of dollars. And Madonna del Piano, this wine has gotten 100 points. Well, the 06 got 100 points from James Suckling. The 04 got 100 points from him when he was with the Wine Spectator, the first Brunello ever to get 100 points in the Wine Spectator, and it's still, to me, reasonably priced when you look at, what some of the other wines cost in the wine world that are 100-point rated at one point or another, still under $200 or just around $200 a bottle for the Madonna del Piano in most places. We've got the 2007 Madonna, the current release, the 2008 Brunello Montalcino, which this is, some critics are calling it maybe a little lighter vintage, but 2008, you want to look at the producers. Great producers like Valdicava always produce outstanding wines. And then the 2011 Rosso in this offering, and we've got a ton of older vintage stuff going all the way back to 1996. Check it out. Everything from Valdicava on this offering. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.